Fortnite Battle Royale has not only taken the gaming industry by storm, but quite frankly, the whole world by storm. In just over a year of being released, Fortnite Battle Royale has climbed every chart out there and has completely demolished any and all competition on its way to the top. But in this ongoing rise to fame, the game actually has changed a lot. Back in Season 1, the game was very basic, very simple, and very straightforward. But fast forward to present day and the game is vastly different. So with that, today we're going to be breaking down some of those major changes. What's up guys, and welcome back to the Simply Fortnite channel. Thanks for stopping by. If you guys are new around here, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on by clicking that little bell button. That way you'll always be notified by YouTube whenever a new video goes up on the channel. If you guys are liking Season 8 of Battle Royale so far, let us know by dropping a like on this video and giving it a big old thumbs up. And last but not least, be sure to let us know down in the comments below what your all-time favorite update has ever been in Fortnite. Now without further ado, let's jump back into the world of Fortnite Battle Royale and take a look at 8 of the biggest changes in the game's history. Number 1. The map. The Fortnite Island map has grown and evolved more in the last 365 days than most games do in their lifetime. Back in the good old days of Season 1, the Fortnite Island was very bare and extremely minimalistic. When the Season 1 update came out, the map only had 12 named points of interest, that being Pleasant Park, Tomato Town, Loot Lake, Wailing Woods, Lonely Lodge, Anarchy Acres, Dusty Depot, Greasy Grove, Retail Row, Salty Springs, Fatal Fields, Moisty Mire, and Flush Factory. And before Season 1, the map had even less areas to explore than that. Now when you look at the Fortnite Island map, it is honestly hard to tell that it is the same map outside of a few named points of interest like Salty Springs and Retail Row, which are still around to this very day. And on top of that, the map that we have now currently has 4 biomes on it in the Hills biome or Grass biome, the Desert biome, the Iceberg biome, and the newly added Jungle biome, compared to the Season 1 map which only saw the 1 regular Hills and Grass biome. And honestly, ever since Season 1, the map has been updating and evolving before our very eyes, making the Fortnite Island out to be one of the biggest changes that you'll ever notice in-game, dating all the way back to Season 1. Number 2. The Double Pump. The shotgun meta, or more specifically, the double pump meta, wasn't quite as prominent in Season 1 as it would be in some of the later seasons, but the changes that have happened to the shotguns in the game since Season 1 are actually pretty crazy. With Season 1's launch, the tactical shotgun and the pump shotgun were the only shotgun variants in the game, and it wasn't until later on when the pump shotgun really became the most dominant weapon in the Battle Royale world. And that of course was thanks to the double pump meta, in which players found out a way to spam the pump shotgun by carrying 2 of the weapon in their inventory and alternating between the 2 after firing shots. The double pump meta was quickly combated though, and to add even more change and variety into the shotgun category, Epic Games later added in other various versions of the shotguns just to spice things up a little bit. Number 3. Building. In Fortnite, of course, the battle is building. That is literally one of the game's main taglines. But back in Season 1, the building styles, techniques, and overall build meta were not anywhere close to what they are now. Nowadays, if you aren't building a sky base with 90s in the matter of a few seconds, you're simply just doing it wrong. But back in Season 1, if you were building 1x1s or even better 1x1 towers, you were considered to be one of the elite Fortnite players. Building back in Season 1 was slow and also was primarily used as a defense mechanism. But here in Season 8, and for many seasons prior, building has been used as a means of offense, allowing players to aggressively push using builds almost as a sort of barricade or battering ram to quickly gain ground on their opponents, leaving building in general to be one of the most changed features in all of Fortnite history. Number 4. Movement. Moving around the Fortnite Island has actually changed a lot since the Season 1 days. Back then, moving was as simple as running or walking around, building ramps to get over objects, etc, etc. Now though, we have an assortment of traversing options in-game. You can of course run around to get from point A to point B, or you can use the various vehicles we have included in the game, or you can also use rifts, rifts to go, or even the glider redeploy mechanic to maneuver all around the map as you please. All of these excess means of transportation of course mean that the overall pace of the gameplay has increased tenfold. Back in Season 1, the gameplay was slow and somewhat monotonous in some games, and matches took a lot longer because players weren't able to quickly rotate from place to place. But now here in Season 8 especially, the gameplay is incredibly fast-paced and high-octane thanks to the increased changes in movement. Number 5. Bloom. Bloom, and or Recoil if you'd like to associate them into the exact same category, has changed a lot since the Season 1 days. Back in Season 1, Bloom was much more random and unpredictable than it is now, primarily thanks to first shot accuracy or one-shot accuracy that was implemented into the game a little while back. Shooting weapons in Season 1 was as basic as putting your crosshair on the enemy and hoping your shots connected. Now though, of course, if you want your shots to hit, you can technically make every single one of your shots count by tap firing and ultimately utilizing the 100% accuracy feature. Number 6. The Item Shop. The Item Shop, everybody's favorite store when it comes to virtual cosmetics. Back in Season 1, the Item Shop wasn't anything like it is today, and quite honestly, most people didn't even consider Season 1's Item Shop to be an actual item shop, as the core focus of Season 1's cosmetics were based around the Seasonal Shop, which was essentially a combination of the Item Shop and the Battle Pass. Now though, hundreds of thousands of players are anxiously counting down the minutes and even the seconds leading up to the next Item Shop refresh so that they can get their hands on the brand new skin, glider, pickaxe, and the like. The Item Shop has of course been a massive success for Fortnite and Epic Games from a business standpoint, and changing the way the Item Shop worked after Season 1 was hands down one of the biggest changes in Fortnite history and also one of the most profitable ones. Number 7. The Battle Pass. As I mentioned in the previous spot, the Battle Pass in Season 1 was essentially combined with the Item Shop, as players could level up tiers and earn the ability to purchase skins or gliders that were available at the time. But the Battle Pass back in the days of Season 1 in general was nothing like it is today. In fact, once again, most players didn't even consider Season 1 to actually have a Battle Pass, and it wasn't really until Season 2 came around that the first official Battle Pass was introduced into the game. Even then though, that pass only had a total of 70 tiers, and since then, both the tiers and the content within them have changed a lot. Number 8. Vehicles. As I briefly mentioned in the movement category earlier, vehicles play a massive part in the overall pace of any given match here in Fortnite Battle Royale. Back in Season 1, there were no vehicles whatsoever, meaning all travel was done by foot. But nowadays we have quad crashers, drift boards, ATKs, and we've also seen things like shopping carts and planes in the past as well, all of which had a massive impact on the general gameplay. Here in Season 8, I also suppose you could even count the pirate cannons as a vehicle, seeing as you can actually launch yourself out of them and travel pretty far across the map as a result of it. Of course, some things like the planes for instance, ended up doing more harm than good in some players' eyes, but the ability to literally fly all across the map while simultaneously spamming a turret and boosting through everything in sight is something that players back in Season 1 never could have even imagined. And oddly enough, here in Season 8, it appears we're actually going to be getting a hamster ball vehicle, as that exact mode of transportation was actually leaked in the in-game files earlier on this week. Now, if you thought planes were outlandish, wait until you see a hamster ball rolling through the streets of Tilted Towers or Salty Springs. Now that is going to be absolutely insane. All in all though, vehicles have been a massive change to Fortnite's general gameplay aesthetic, and I assume they're going to continue to change the game in massive ways for seasons to come. And with that said, there you guys have it. Those are some of the biggest changes in all of Fortnite Battle Royale history. From seeing things like planes added into the game, to bloom aspects changing drastically, and of course the map evolving each and every season, Fortnite as a game has changed a ton over the course of the last year or so. And as time continues to press on and more competitors enter the Battle Royale genre each and every day, Fortnite and the Epic Games team are going to have to continue changing the game in very drastic ways in order to keep up with the modern day gaming needs. Anyways, with that being said, that does effectively wrap things up for today. Be sure to let us know down in the comments below what your all-time favorite Fortnite update has been. Of course, if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to drop a like on it and give it a big old thumbs up, as it would be much appreciated. And if you guys are brand new here to the Simply Fortnite channel, feel free to go ahead and subscribe with your post notifications turned on. That way you'll never miss another upload. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll see you guys on the battle bus. Peace out.